So I'm going to be introducing new classes to make things more simplistic, and after playing around with some of the other classes, they weren't as balanced as I would have liked and not as user-friendly for controller users and potentially wheel users. So hopefully with these different specs for the builds, it'll be a little bit more user-friendly. I don't have anything built and I haven't driven anything for these specs, but they're pretty straightforward and pretty simple. So I'm just going to hop into the used car dealership, and the first class we'll start with will be 200 Attack, which is a 200 horsepower class, all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, whatever, as long as it's 200 horsepower, and you can use all the way up to a sport soft tire. You cannot use racing tires, but you can do the sport soft. And so while this class has a low horsepower rating, it will enable cars like the 11, the Triano, the Copen, Cappuccino, and other cars to hopefully be competitive. And then you can also detune cars if you'd like, whatever you want to do. And they also all have to be street cars. So let's see. I haven't really built 11, and I know they're supposed to be stupid fast. At least I think they are. So we'll build one, and we'll see how it turns out. And if you haven't been able to tell yet, this is somewhat based off of Hot Version's class build, or whatever, class showdowns, whatever they do with Toge 200, Toge 300, and then Toge Max. And so it's going to be the same thing here, except I think Hot Version, their Toge 200 is limited to 250 horsepower. But with the way this game feels with the road cars, I feel it better to be 200 and then 300 for 300 Attack. So we're going to strap on the Sport Soft, then I'm just going to go straight to the racing stuff. Put all this on first. And then obviously there is also no weight restrictions as well, no aero restrictions, no wide body restrictions. It's all open as long as the cars have 200 horsepower, and you can use up to a sport soft tire for this class, and it has to be a road car. So let's see if we can even get 200 horsepower into this car, because I have absolutely no idea if that's possible, and I'd like to keep it NA, preferably. Hopefully the cams and the pistons can get us. Oh, there we go. It's pretty perfect. There's the diff. I've already spent like 200,000 on this car. I have no idea what to expect this car to handle with how light it's going to be. Ooh, I can put a supercharger on it. That's really tempting. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to build like a separate car with that on there. That's gonna be sick. So we got our 200 horsepower and everything else on there. And I'm not sure if wide body has a effect on lateral G's or not, but I know it says it actually widens the width right here. That's sick. I'm so glad they went with the N2 style arrow rather than what they're doing with everything else on these cars. And they're just doing like a same body line as stock, but just wider. This is sick. Get the TRD livery on here. I think I'm going to be pretty typical with wheels on this car, but we'll take a look at some things and see if we like anything. I don't really want to do BBS or works. Here we go. This is perfect. This is freaking hilarious. This is great. This is very cool. That's not even what I was going to go with. I was going to put some TE37Vs on it. But this is kind of cool. So, there we go. Oh, we can do that. I don't know if it gets downforce though. I wish we could overlap them and combine these two. That'd be really sick. I'm gonna pay attention to my my PP points. 586, and it went down. So that means we got some arrow on the back. And then I assume if I do this as well, 576. I wish we had these center stands ones, but it was taller. And I usually always do this one. 576. Okay, so it's the same. So hopefully I can get as much downforce with this one, because that's a lot cooler. Gotta go with the roll cage. I never do tow hooks, but this actually looks like a race car. So this is sick. Alright, so that's going to be our build for the Toge 200 car. So the way I built this and everything will be eligible for that. You guys can do the same, and we're going to go and do, or I said Toge 200, 200 attack. So now we'll build a 300 attack car, and since that one was rear-wheel drive, I would like to do a front-wheel drive car. So we got this nice looking EK right here. I don't know if there's really anything else I've built that's a no-go too, since the touring car is not a street car. But I've built Integros, so I'm gonna build this EK, and then also this class will not be, any of these classes will be restricted by year models. anything and everything as far as your models. Just has to be a road car. So I could have done that, the Alfa Romeo Mito. But we're not. Trying to build a 300 horsepower CTR. I'm not sure. On one of mine I have like the new Type R engine in it, so it's all turbo and it's been able to get up to 300, but I'm not sure on this. So yeah, we have this K20 right here, so it's 315 horsepower, but we're gonna try and stay with the stock engine and see what happens. So again, sport soft, and then I guess we'll do this while we're here. High lift cams, high compression, and then I can also turbo this one if I wanted to. I wish I could supercharge it. I'd much rather have a supercharged one. And also the cars don't have to be up to exactly 300 horsepower, obviously. They can fall short, and considering that some of these cars will be really, really light, it may actually benefit the car to have a little bit less horsepower. But I will leave that up to everybody else with how they build their cars and how it feels to them. So this car will be 273 horsepower NA. I may just leave it like that. Let's see. Little as, like, I say little torque, but because I don't want to have to worry about like wheel spin in this car because it's already so light. But I'm gonna purchase this one just for the ability to use it, but then I'm just gonna take it off right now and leave the car in a back here just for the sake of it, because I believe I can take it off. None. Okay. Wait till I have to reinstall the pistons. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we got them still. So let's see. I think I'd be happy if every car had like an N2 style wide body, but instead most cars are like this, where it's just like enhanced OEM body like body lines and OE fenders and quarter panels. But it is what it is. It'd be a lot cooler if they implement actual aero from manufacturers, like the shop cars that used to be in this game, but okay, now we're gonna do the wheels. Go to key again. I'm tempted to like try and do like a like a JTCC or BTCC style. You know, they got the big old wheels, like the 17s on these cars, and they're slammed on the ground, flat faces and whatnot. Except that was for the 4-doors, not the hatchbacks. But they did use the hatchbacks in Super Tycoon, like the Gather's EK9, which I'm gonna look up real quick and see if I can figure out what wheels that are on it. Maybe we can just make this a replica. Let's see. Almost, they're not exactly CE28s, but they look like NTO3 with some really flat faces. What is the NTO? The NTO3 is not even in here. They just have the RR version, right? That's it. And that has too many spokes, I believe. Cause it's a 5-split spoke. These are 6. No, they're 5-split spokes. They just got the extra little thing in it. See if I can find something. Like, I'm really just tempted to put on like the CE28s, where you got these, but they're not accurate at all. Where are the CE28s? I know these are definitely not the wheels, but it sure does look cool. And I'm not sure of the actual size of these for the racing, but I'm going to stick with the 15s. It's just, looking at it, it looks closer. So we'll do that. Race car stuff. Extra race car. And the Gather's EK9 had a stock rear spoiler like this, but we're just going to do this, and hopefully this increases aero. Racing items. Tow hook. Race car. Hate hood pins, so I'm never putting hood pins on a car. That'll be fine. Now we're gonna go find our Gather's EK9 Super Tycoon. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Current car. Gatherers. There we go. Which one has the most stuff? Looks like this guy. I got those wheels aren't. Why do they put these huge freaking wheels on it? That's not even the right number. At least maybe for that year. That looks pretty good. That. I like that, honestly. It's not perfect, but better than... That one's pretty good too. Near the rear, front. I mean, it looks pretty. That one looks pretty good, and it does have big old wheels on it. but I kind of like this. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't even know what I'm doing. This is the button I want to hit. Okay. And I can't undo that. What the heck? Well, maybe another day when I build another one. We're just gonna leave this like that then. So there's that build. There's a 300 attack class build, and then now we're gonna build something stupid. Even though I already have something I can probably use for this. But the next one's going to be max attack, and it's going to be a minimum of 500 horsepower for that class, and you can use up to a racing hard tire, because it's going to be hard to use anything, and I figure this is probably mostly going to be all-wheel drive cars, but we'll see. And like I said, it's a minimum of 500 horsepower, so your car doesn't have to be at 500. It has to have a minimum of 500 horsepower, so you could have anything above 500 horsepower, but you cannot have 499 horsepower. You have to have at least 500 for the class. Then it has to be a street car, obviously. But I am getting low on funds, so I may look and see what I have to mess with. And I'll be building an all-wheel drive car since I already did front wheel, rear wheel. So we're gonna look here. And let's see. I mean, GTR is going to be the go-to for this, so that's just a fact. I'd like to build something newer. Ooh, the Yaris, or the Evo, or the RS. I've yet to drive the Yaris at all in this game. So we're gonna try and see if I can make a 500 horsepower Yaris. See what happens. I wonder. Nope, nothing. So let's see. Because this will be interesting. This is a light car. Let's focus on doing this stuff first for line turbo, because that's what I want to do. Well, that sucks. I can't even get 500 horsepower. Well, I'm not gonna waste any more money on this car real quick, because I hardly have any more money left. I wasted it all on a 200 and 300 horsepower car. So we'll find something that's already kind of built, that already has parts on it. And see. Maybe this R34 I tried using for a previous class. I know it has racing hard tires already. So we can kind of look at the, or it's got racing soft. So I have to buy the racing hard. But we can take this off. It's lacking a little horsepower, so we can fix that though. Hopefully this car does not suck whenever I drive it, because it sucked at 350 horsepower, so see what we can do. Crank. And then all that's purchased. Doesn't have a racing trims. Do that. I usually, I mean, theoretically I could go with this turbo, but I also look at the torque to be able to, like for scuba, is it more beneficial to have less power and a little bit of torque to pull it out? But the car's gonna be light anyways. We'll just go with max power, cause why not? Ooh, and I can just get an MCR paint job for this too and try and be like them. I didn't think about that. And it's already got everything out of it as far as the weight. Got all this fancy stuff and racing hard tires. Let's see if we can find an MCR paint. Let's see. There we go. I like this one. We'll do that. Oh wait, maybe I should have got a white. Yeah, let's find a wide one that's applicable with a wide car, because we're probably gonna do that. That's a wide car, that's a wide car. Wait, is that the one that he's not? Mao. This one. I don't like that one. I like it when they had these on it. And I like that he's got like shiny decals on the side. I don't know why that's there. I don't know if I've ever seen one with those. Go with this guy, I think. He's the same as this one. What's the difference now? Color? I think that's it. It says something. Euro. Do that. Oh, I didn't like it. Let me like it first. We'll slap it on. I wonder if I have to apply the wide body first. We'll find out. Yeah, so let's go do that. We gotta wait 10 minutes for the wide body to get put on. See, just stock body stuff, dude. There we go, finally. What do we got? I don't have that much money. Okay. Crap. Because you had to put hood pins and a grill on it. Whatnot. Fantastic. I could have just done the stock body and saved money, and but no. I think he has the RS05RRs. Where are they at? RS05RR. Am I blind? Are they not in? I thought they were in here. Oh wait, right there. I found it. Wide. Wide. And then we'll probably put this all on even with the MCR paint. Ooh, I like that, but it's not accurate to the car. What did they change about the grill? Where's the grill? That's it. And they spent 3,000 credits for that. That's stupid. Oh, I guess mine's a blue MCR car. And so now we'll play around with these cars real quick and see what kind of laps they put down. That way we have kind of a gauge, but I think this week we'll just start with the 300 attack. They give a nice little medium, not just full out, because I feel like max attack will basically just be GTRs. Because I think that's the only thing really worth building, but we'll see. I like building the oddball stuff, so maybe I'll find something I could bring out, you know, bring out a Viper or a F50 or something. Well, I can't afford an F50 in the game because I'm poor, but just to give some ideas. Not circuit experience. Let's see. I got my 33 time up here, and then it's like a maxed out GTR on racing soft tires doing was it 56s or? I forgot. 55. But I think we should be able to break 59 easy. I did a 58 and a S15. Almost at 53. This thing's a handful. So you have an idea of what these max attack cars will be capable of. And so this will be kind of interesting to try and keep things clean and fun in the lobby. But I definitely feel like the Skyline will be the way to go. This car definitely understeers and oversteers and whatnot, but as I've said previously, I have no idea what I'm doing whenever it comes to tuning to try and figure out how to fix these quirks in the cars. So I guess we'll see what happens during the race. Hopefully whenever we get to this class it stays clean, but there will most likely be some bumping, but hopefully nothing intentional. So I'm gonna do another lap here real quick. And then we'll move on to 300. Okay. What's our split? 53.6 is what we could have got, but... Ugh. So there's my new fastest time ever on that track. Wait, could I have just like changed cars right in there? I don't know. But we'll do the EK next, given, remember this car doesn't have 300 horsepower exactly, but I think it'll be fun nonetheless. So we'll run 5 laps again on Scuba. And we'll see what happens. I'm hoping these cars will be 59s. Somewhere around there. We'll see. I guess it depends on the car. Coming from this valley to this, this is less than half by far, I guess. Here we go, getting close. So yeah, these should be 59 second cars, given this car's 17 horsepower. dragging the rear end around the track. It's got no rotation. I guess if I put the... I'm not even on the right... Oh, yeah, I am. I think. Looks like I'm not on the right tire. Oh, I guess, like, if I put the turbocharger on this car, I could do a top fuel livery or something on that, too. Instead of the gathers. Okay. Now to the 8.6. Let's see if I can change my car. I can. Pull out the Hachiroku. And so let's see, 199 horsepower and whatnot, so let's see. make some work with the gearing on this car a little bit. We'll do stupid fast. Get close to 1 minute. That's my introduction to these classes. I think it'll be a lot more fun than the previous setups, and a little bit easier to follow as well. So, we'll see how this all goes. Let's go have some fun. But that's going to be it for this, so you guys have a good night.